Hello, wrestling fans. Let's talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw for September the 1st, 2025. The show opened up with main event Jey Uso coming out. He doesn't yeet as much tonight, which I liked, in fact, because he has sore ribs from the spear Braun Breaker delivered last night at Clash in Paris. He said Roman Reigns is going to be out for a bit from the damage that Bronson Reed did to him last night at Clash in Paris, in case you missed it. He got speared into Sawmead back and forth from Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. He suffered 3 Tsunamis where he was strapped to a gurney. So Jay calls out Revolution to kick the butt for what they did to Roman. LA Knight comes out. Instead, he said, I got beef with you. Last night, he said, apparently backstage before the Fatal 4-Way, him, Punk, and Jay came up with a plan, make sure Rollins doesn't leave as champion. He said, but of course, twice he said, I had Rollins beat, and you had to break up the cover or stop me from doing a move. What happened? And Jay's like, well, it's a fatal 4-Way, every man for himself. Yeah. He said, you didn't have to be the one to beat Seth. I could have beat him for the title. So they started bickering back and forth. And I kind of agree with Jay there. And it was a fatal 4-Way, every man for themselves. So they did have this plan of Rollins not leaving as champion. And it shouldn't have mattered which one became champion. But I can see LA Knight's getting kind of ticked off now that he's not becoming world champion. So I think you're going to see LA Knight turn heel eventually. I think that's what they're going with. Or he could be like Stone Cold Steve Austin, be a face/heel combo, and the fans will still like him. They were bickering back and forth. LA Knight proposed that they fight each other one-on-one. Then they realized, no, our issues with Revolution. So Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed come out. And per orders of Seth Rollins tonight, they'll challenge them to a tag match. And they're going to destroy them because of Paul Heyman being beaten up by Roman Reigns. So that's the main event set for the night. The opening match was Judgment Day. Miguel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez took on the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane. Before the match, Io Sky approached the Kabuki Warrior friends of Damage Control and said, I want to be in your corner tonight. And like the whole past few weeks, when she tells Asuka Shane, I don't need your help, I'm good, and then Rhea Ripley makes a save and stuff like that after the matches. Io Sky's in. Well, this week, Io Sky offers her help. Asuka and Kairi Sane turn it down. Great match these two women put on until the ending. I'll get to that in a bit. Back and forth, they're going at it. Kairi Sane was just destroying Judgment Day by herself. Tarantula, like Tajiri style on the ropes to Roxanne. Let go, because she saw the Titantron Raquel was coming after her. And did like a jump up stunner on Raquel. Asuka did that awesome strike fury to Roxanne, leveled her. Knee smashed Raquel in the face, took her down. Applied armbar submission to Roxanne. Raquel just like picked her up, set her up, and just clotheslined her down big time. That was awesome. Roxanne screwed up on her Corona on Kairi Sane. She slipped, but then they quickly made up for that when they had a double team, big boot, side Russian leg sweep on her. Asuka had the Asuka lock on Roxanne. Roxanne flipped over and got a 2 count. Asuka let go before his shoulders got pinned to 3. Outside, Kairi Sane does that awesome turbo elbow drop on Raquel, takes care of her. In the ring, Asuka levels Roxanne, pins her, but then the referee's not counting. I don't like what's going on, right? And then Asuka lets go of the pin, applies the Asuka lock for the submission. So here, Asuka messed up, realized she's not supposed to win by pinfall but by submission. Well, the referee messed up. Somebody did. So that's the end of the match. I did not like to see that middle miscue there. After the match, backstage, Io Sky approaches them later on in the show, says, congrats on your win. So I got huge news. I'm challenging Stephanie Vergara at WrestlePalooza, the next pay-per-view, next month. And she said, and it's for the vacant Women's World Championship. Asuka and Kairi Sane said, well, that's good. And we'll go after the tag team titles. Then Judgment Day is upset. And Dominic's like, don't worry, I'm heading to the ring to beat AJ Styles, keep my Intercontinental title. And Paris walks up and says, you're doing it alone. All members of Judgment Day is banned from ringside. That was a huge announcement before the Intercontinental title match. What a classic. Great match these guys put on. Dominic, I loved it. He Dirty Dom, right? He attacked AJ Styles during the ring announcer's introductions, beat the crap out of him, tossed him over the ropes outside the ring. AJ landed hard on his back. Dominic went after him, stumped away on him outside, picked him up. AJ fought back, snap suplex, tossed him up in the air, delivered a gut buster. Then this is awesome. Picked him up and delivered a running power bomb onto the announce table, which didn't break. Got him in the ring. Picked him up. And I don't know what he was going for, but Dominic pulled his hair and delivered a Falcon Arrow. That was cool. AJ fought back. Pele kick. And snapped suplex Dominic into the corner. Then he pulled Dominic up. I don't know what. He backed up. I think he was going for like a running forearm or something. Dominic flipped over, delivered another Falcon Arrow to AJ. Hit the top rope frog splash. Styles kicked out the nick of time. Styles hit the Styles Clash during the match, but Dominic quickly put his arm on the ropes for a rope break. AJ just picked him up, delivered a brain buster, and was setting up for the phenomenal forearm. When suddenly, Ludwig Kaiser wearing the mask shows up from under the ring, trips AJ on the ropes. Dominic hits the frog splash and still your Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. And I understand why Ludwig Kaiser is helping him, because lately him and Dominic's been going after the AAA Mexican Championship there that's owned by Vicario, Vikinen, or somebody. So they're teaming up lately the past few weeks to take him out the next event they're having. So basically it's like, I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of thing. So AJ's going after Ludwig Kaiser next to get some payback. Finn Balor Judgment Day had a match against Dragon Lee. JD McDougal was in Finn Balor's corner, but the rest of LWO doesn't come out to help Dragon Lee. I thought that was kind of funny. Xavier match, Del Toro, Joaquin Wild's in. Dragon Lee's always in their corner, but if you watch, every time Dragon Lee has a singles match, not one of them is in his corner. I find that kind of funny. Quick match, Dragon Lee's just destroying Balor until JD causes a distraction, then Balor hits that signature inverted takedown, draw kick to the corner, coup de grace, quick match, your winner Finn Balor. I wish the match went on longer than it did. Had more action to it. 6-man tag. Grayson Waller and the New Day took on Penta and the Viking Raiders. Great match. Kobe, however, did not do hardly anything at all, but it was still a really good match. Action-packed. Eric just ran and smashed his knee right in the face of Woods. Every time Woods would do a move to stun Penta, Eric, or Arvar, the guy would fall into the corner to tag out. That was hilarious. Every time that happened, when Woods hit them with a move. Penta, Eric, and Arvar delivered a move. Like each one did a move. Like Penta did that running flip over faceplant buster on Grayson Waller. Eric would deliver like a running clothesline to Woods. Arvar tossed Grayson Waller way up in the air. He landed hard on his back. Kofi Kingston suffered a double team clothesline by the Raiders. And then Grayson Waller and the New Day isolated Eric, worked on him, quickly delivered a triple team, running face plant, barrel roll into a pay dirt, followed up by a top rope splash. Eric kicked out. That was amazing for him to kick out in that sequence. Everybody's fighting everybody. And Penta delivers the Canadian Destroyer on Woods for the 1-2-3. What I found out was, I don't think Woods was the legal person. Honestly, it was hard to keep track, but I think it was Kofi Kingston that tagged in, but Woods is the one that took the pin. Main event, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, LA Knight, main event, Jey Uso. Match starts, LA Knight realized, like, hey, we're banged up from the fatal 4-way. These guys are fresh. Let's team up on them. So they team up, double team, punch Fury on Bronson Reed, rocked him into the corner. Double team, clothesline him out of the ring. Then a double team punch combo on Braun Breaker. Then a double team running knees in the corner, followed up by running butt in the corner on him. And they're on the roll, gaining control. Then LA Knight tags himself in and tells Jay, I got this. And he turns around, Braun Breaker just spears him. Tags in Bronson Reed, delivers a running splash into the corner. They quickly beat him up. Then deliver like a double team running splash, running clothesline in the corner on him. LA Knight realized, maybe I should not have tagged myself in and told Jay I got this. He realizes he gets his butt handed to him, but it's awesome. He does that jump up neck breaker he does to both members. Revolution tags in Jay. Jay jumps in, delivers super kicks to Bronson Reed. Open hand palm strikes to Braun Breaker. Spears Breaker, delivers a Uso splash. Bronson breaks it up. So Jay splashes Bronson Reed with Uso splash. But realize he's not the legal man as he gets up. Braun Breaker just steamrolls him down with an awesome spear for the 1-2-3. Revolution picks up the win. After the match, they're beating the crap out of LA Knight and Jey Uso just destroy him. Then Jimmy comes with the crowd with a steel chair to make the save to end the show. Some backstage stuff happened. Rusev delivered an awesome promo. He's saying he's done with Sheamus. He beat him last night in the no DQ match at Clash of Paris. In case you haven't seen that match yet, folks, definitely check it out. It's brutal. It's awesome. A lot of weapons involved. He realizes that in order to get a title shot around here, he has to pick up wins. And not just wins against Sheamus and Alpha Academy. He needs to pick up wins against people that would know Sam Parasite would know, like, okay, this guy deserves a shot at a title, right? For beating these big guys. So he's basically putting the roster on notice that he's coming after people he considers main eventers and taking them out to get a title shot. Which is cool if he actually does that and picks up an amazing winning streak. Judgment Days, Raquel and Rodriguez barge into Adam Pearce's GM's office, and they demand a rematch against the Kabuki Warriors, and he basically denies it. Valkyria walks in and says, look, is that how you respect our general manager like this? That's disrespectful. So she offers next week to face one of them, doesn't matter which one, in a match one-on-one. So Adam Pearce makes it official next week. Either Valkyria will face either Roxanne or Regal. We won't know until next week which one. Then as they left, she asks us about this. Bayley's coming back to the heel. She's going to be coming after her. What should I do? And Adam Pearce just basically said, tough it up, basically, and get ready because she's coming for you, basically. CM Punk storms out and demands Seth Rollins to come out. But Seth Rollins, we get the newest member of Revolution, Becky Lynch. And I love what Becky says here. She said, for months, Rollins has been teasing that there's 5 of us, which is true. And she said, and nobody paid attention. And then everybody gets upset when I showed up last night, helped my husband keep the title, but she said, no blowing you. She said, how you feeling down there? That was kind of funny. Punk didn't like that. And again, he looks past her and calls out Rollins. And again, Becky gets right in his face, says, you're talking to me tonight. That was cool. And she said, why would a stable announce all the members? She said, that doesn't make sense. Keep some surprises. And she said, do you really want to face my husband for that war title one-on-one? Because he beat you once, and he'll beat you again. And Punk said every time he's beat me, he's had help, which is true. And he also said, I was world champion at SummerSlam, and he beat me because I went for a brutal match with Gunther, and he cashed in when he pretended he had a leg injury. Here comes Rollins. But again, Becky won't let Punk go after him. So Rollins leaves, smiling and smirking. So CM Punk, gets slapped across the face like a dozen times by Becky. Becky's daring him to hit her, and he won't. But he said, I'm going for a recruitment drive to get somebody to fight you. Backstage, he tried to recruit Rhea Ripley, but she has her own problems. She wants to go after the Women's World Championship. Right now, that's her main focus. And this whole thing with the Kabuki Warriors and, Sky and Punk's okay, I understand you got your hands full. So he tells Adam Pearce he's going to SmackDown this Friday night. Curious who he's going to try to recruit to go after Becky. If it's not AJ Lee, his wife, which I'll love to see AJ Lee return, but she keeps denying it, so maybe that's just to get fans not to think she's coming back than she does, or maybe she does not want to come back, and they're going to try to get somebody new to go after Becky Lynch. That's it for segments, all that happened. The only match next week is Valkyria gets a member of Judgment Day. And that's it. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.